Hello folks and welcome back to another lesson. We are going into Jerry Cantrell world today with Cut You In, which is such a brilliant tune. Played it live a few weeks back in London and I absolutely love this one, and it's quite easy to play too. So we're going to go through the whole lot. Quick note on tones, you just need a clean tone. And then some dirt, so you know, pick your favourite dirt pedal. And for this one I'm using the Empress Heavy, and I've got my sort of tribute Tokai LP type thing with bare knuckle pickup Holy Divers in, which get me in the ballpark. One other thing to note, we are doing it in Jerry's standard tuning, which is everything down half a step. You must know that by now. So your low E should be tuned to D sharp or E flat. Same with all the others. Okay, let's crack on with the first riff. This song is essentially one riff, but the verse and the chorus parts are switched around. So for the verse you have so that was one time round the verse part, okay? So you're going to be playing a major chord shape. So it's not just a power chord. You need to get your second finger into play as well, right? So you can bar the whole fret. But you're only really aiming for the low 4 strings, okay? So first part is, so you play an 8th note, rest, and then do a little palm muted whack, okay? So I've covered my right hand there on the strings. So I do that for the rest, and then I do the little wacky bit, right? And then you slide it down 1 fret and play twice, and then back up, and then another rest. Again, I'm palm muting the strings here just to deaden them down. Okay, so the first part. Again. Okay, then. Okay, so that's the rhythm. And that simply is 2, rest, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more on the 3. So the first 2 bars, slowly. Notice how my right hand's muting those strings for the rest in between, okay? Then, the second part of it is, and this is only really played the first time, you play the full chord. Okay? Same little rest and then whack, and then you just take your first finger off. Okay, similar to Rooster. And then so all he's doing there is substituting the first fret, where you're going to play with the open fret. That's the only difference, okay? But it's a subtle one, but important. So for the second part, slowly we have. And then back around. So the whole thing slowly. 3, 4. That's it, right? Then, chorus, add the distortion, and you're going to start with the second part of that first phrase, okay? So you're actually going to play it around twice as you go into the chorus, right? So. And then you go round the second part, okay? So you already know both parts. I'll play it slowly. That is it. Now coming out of the first chorus, we have this fill. It's just the second fret where you're bending up after 6 beats. Just a half step. and releasing again, okay? And there's also a chorus overdub. That's pretty cool. Pretty straightforward though. Quite hard to hear exactly what's being played, but I've checked out some live stuff. I think this is it roughly. Okay, so I think that is it. So you've got 2 3 2, 2 3 4, and then 2 3 5. Then you do 3 2 3, and I think it's the second fret on the E string then, the top E. And from that point the phrase repeats around. And then we've got this little solo. Starts off with this little motif. Something along those lines, right? So we've got this F sharp minor shape, 6 7 5, and you're going to play. Flatten your finger on the 5th fret there, covering the B and the E, and you're going to play. At that point, roll your first finger back a bit, so the 5th fret on the B string becomes a bit dead, like that. So you don't get this happening. You know, the 5th fret on the B ringing out, right? Bend and release. And then back into that arpeggiation. So that slowly. So pretty much the same thing repeated twice. Then you've got this. Okay, let's do that bit first. So there's a hammer on and a pull off. It's a triplet though, right? So you've got 1, 2. And then I use my first finger to go 5 4 2 there. You could go to it with your 3rd finger and play, you know, play 3 2 1 and then slide down. Up to you. And then you've got, so you've got an artificial harmonic that you bend up and release. Then you do a pull off. And then the 4th fret on the next string. Then you do a quick hammer on. Okay, it's almost a grace note, but it's not quite. And then you've got this part. And if you can grab the 5th fret as you bend that last one up, you know, you get that cool little dissonance that I think you hear. So, that again. 3 4. Like that, okay? That last part's pretty tricky. So you've got slide and then, and you've got some staccato notes in there, so it's, those are staccato, 2 4 2. Then you're going to do a full bend. I'm using my 2nd finger there with my 1st finger behind it. So you're going to bend up and then hit the 5th fret on the E, on the B, sorry. And then you release that bend. So you hold it. And I get my 2nd and 3rd fingers behind that to do that full step bend there, okay? And then for the last part, you've got this. It just ends on the F sharp, right? So and you're done. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you again soon.